shoot an email through to podcast@loosespears.com. This episode is sponsored by you on Patreon. If you want an early access to the episodes and a bonus episode every single week, jump over on Patreon, where I also have started to release uncensored YouTube videos. The most recent video went up on YouTube. I had to heavily censor it because it was like about that Spanish TV show, Temptation Island, with all the sex in it. And I just could not, I had to censor the fuck out of it because I couldn't post it on YouTube the way that it was originally edited. So that's on Patreon now if you want the uncensored version.
We're doing book club and we're going to talk about book club right after this.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We just finished book club. And so we will recap the book that we've read. And are we going to pick the next book that we're going to read as a community? Ooh, okay. I know what I'm picking. Nice. All right. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so anyway, why am I looking at Patreon? We're looking at the emails. If you want to send an email, if you need some life advice, if you have a funny story for me, if you want my opinion on something, or if you just want to have a rant, send an email through to podcast@loosespears.com. And for the love of God, put some fucking grammar and paragraphs in it. All right? There are so many illiterate people. I was talking about this just before we recorded. I was looking through the emails and be like, man, we used to get so many more emails back when the show was even smaller. What's changed? I think what's changed is that people can't write anymore.
I think that's fair.
And when I open up most of the emails, I can't read them. Not because I can't read, but because a lot of people writing emails can't write. No grammar, autocorrect written on the phone, autocorrect off. Hey man, if you intentionally turn autocorrect and the grammar auto shit off, you actually suck. I can't understand what you or your tone or what you mean in texts. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know if you're upset at me. I don't know what you're saying or what you're trying to communicate. And you don't even know what you're saying because you don't even know the words that you're spelling. And if they're correct, you're just having a shot. But that's fucking insane. I'm a very good speller and I'm like a pretty big reader. I all the time spell words wrong and go, oh, that's what I meant. You're just out there fucking flying blind, dude. That's fucking crazy. How many times you write a text, Keelan, and it's perfect?
Never.
Imagine if you sent them to me. And they were just...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If autocorrect was just off, you were just like, fuck it. I'll give it a go.
Sometimes it is how I feel when I am texting you. I'll just write it from the heart.
Yeah. But some people are just writing like full emails to colleagues and people they want to work with, just on the phone, autocorrect intentionally turned off. That's like me like opening up like a coloring book and getting all of my pens and pencils and be like, oh, I can't wait to fill out this coloring book. And then I grab a pencil and then I close my fucking eyes and just start drawing. Open it up and go, oh, fuck. Anyway.
I think if you turn auto capitalization off on your phone, you deserve to be shot.
Yeah, in public. That sucks.
Or you deserve to take like a knife to the shin.
All right, here we've got. This is special for you, Keelan, because you're a former Frankstonite and you've downgraded to a livable city. The bin police versus my JJ Richards dumpster. And we've got here someone sent in a letter that they received from Frankston Council.
Boo, we hate Frankston Council here.
I don't mind Frankston Council. I've had no beef with Frankston Council at all. But I know that a lot of people have a lot of beef with them. I think my area doesn't get policed.
Me and my homies hate Frankston Council.
Well, let's read this. Hey, Lewis, long-time listener and on and off Patreon supporter. Hey! Pathetic. Should be on or don't listen at all. No, we love your non-committal support, wishy-washy fan. As a fellow Frankstonian, I thought I would share some recent council fuckery I had to deal with, plus the unexpected money-saving hack I stumbled upon in the process. We love this, all right? Not sure what side of Frankston you're on, but over here, We get frequent visits from the bin police. Meanwhile, on my mum's side of Frankston, not a single visit ever. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been visited by the bin police.
I have a feeling I know what side of Frankston he lives on.
Your side? Did you get bin police visits?
No, never. I think he's Frankston North.
Frankston North. Is that the
bad section?
I thought Frankston South was the bad section.
Frankston South's the nice section.
Oh, okay. I've got my directions wrong. When they do come, they inspect and tag every bin under the cover of darkness. I say, yeah, because they fucking get chased out down the street if they did it during the day. When they do come, they inspect and tag every bin under the cover of darkness. I say this because I put my bins out around 9 or 10 p.m. And by the time I leave for the gym at 4:45 a.m., the whole street is already tagged. Each bin gets either a green tag or, as I like to call it, the red tag of shame. This has never happened where I live.
I don't know what he's talking about,
Yeah. Now, the first time I got tagged, I'll admit, it was my bad. I put a broken, hard plastic garden chair into the bin. Recycling bin. You can't be doing that, bro.
All right.
Cut into small pieces, mind you. Oh, don't worry. It was cut into small pieces. Oh, cool. Does that turn it into cardboard?
And they're going through your bins
to check that your recycling has the right things in it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just put fucking dirty nappies and shit in their recycling bin. I didn't realize that you can't recycle hard plastic. Fair enough. My partner and I had just moved in last February, and at 21, neither of us had a clue about bin etiquette. I didn't know much about bin etiquette either. I remember when we were at the warehouse, I had rubbish, and I had too much rubbish we shipped out a bunch of merch, and there were a bunch of empty bins that my neighbor had. So I just was like, oh, I'll just use them. They're not using them. They're empty. And then the next day I came in, and all the rubbish that I had put in their bins was on the floor of my warehouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they took it out and just fucking threw it on my floor.
That's funny.
As like, don't fucking do that. And I was so upset. But now I realize that I was so wrong and I deserved that.
I hear what the guy's saying, whatever this dude's name is.
Yeah.
But there are little illustrations about what you can and cannot put.
Yeah, it says it on the bin, idiot.
Do you not know how to read?
Yeah. This person has written this very well.
I like this guy.
My partner and I just moved in last Feb, and at 21, neither of us had a clue about bin etiquette. I even fished the chair bits out before collection and called the council to let them know. Didn't matter. I got an official warning anyway. Whatever. Lesson learned. They should take the warning off. If you go through the bin and take it all out and ask for mercy, they should take it off. But the second offense, this one makes my blood boil. I buy my dog's food in bulk, and it comes in 100% recyclable paper sacks. Literally just thick paper or thin cardboard. It says recyclable right on the bag. So imagine my shock when I haven't seen that guy around. What's he doing? Imagine my shock. What's his name? Something Watson? Paul Joseph Watson? Is that the guy's name? Imagine my shock. Imagine my shock when I find another red tag of shame on my bin last month. I walk over, read the tag, non-recyclable dog food bag. Confused, I open the bin. No dog food bag in sight, at least not in the top half. I wasn't about to go dumpster diving, but I don't know why this bin cop thought he saw. Well, I don't know what this bin cop thought he saw, but it definitely wasn't my bag. And even if it was, it belongs in the recycling bin. I called the council on my lunch break, hoping for a reasonable conversation. Instead, I got a stale old bag on the other end who basically told me to kick rocks. Whatever, I let it go. Then the letter arrived. The council informed me that since I had now received 2 warnings, if it happened again, I would be fined, investigated, and have my waste services suspended.
What?
Wow.
I hate Frankston Council.
A lot of people hate Frankston Council. Speaking of remember when we talked about the Frankston Council elections? Yeah. So this is a couple episodes ago, but Frankston Council elections happened, and one of the guys that was up for election said, I am not seeking re-election. Please do not vote for me. And then outlined all the reasons why Frankston Council was corrupt and why they're fucked and why he couldn't even change it from the inside. Like, he got himself elected because he knew they were fucked, and he said, don't fucking vote for me. Not even I can change it. They all deserve to lose their jobs. The system's broken. He got more votes than 2 of the other council members.
That's awesome.
That's so funny.
It would be funny, and I don't want anyone to do this, but it would be funny on all of Frankston City Council's posts to see hate from Spearhead Sundays.
No, because
don't do that. I'm not
no,
telling
don't do
anyone
that.
to do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Would be funny though.
This was a thinly veiled threat, and given that I'm pretty sure my second warning was a mistake, I knew this could easily happen again. So I panicked, but productively. I immediately started looking into private rubbish collection. Before long, I found a 660-litre JJ Richards dumpster that I could get picked up for just $30 per collection. Excited, I rang the council to politely tell them they were losing my business and their bin pervert could stop rifling through my trash. At first, they told me I could not cancel my bins, which is hilarious because apparently they can suspend them as punishment. I told them that I was paying for this service via my rates, I didn't want it anymore, and thanks to a little legal tip from a lawyer friend, they couldn't actually stop me from cancelling. Long story short, I'm getting a refund for the portion of bin services I did not use.
Oh, wow.
My bins will not be on my next rates notice. I now have a big-ass dumpster that I can empty whenever I want. It's general waste only, so I can throw everything in there, garden waste, a lot. I don't recycle anymore. I'll start with India and China to stop polluting. And here's the kicker. I can empty my JJ Richards bin 18 times a year and still break even with what the council was charging me. Plus, instead of paying $100 to $150 to take a trailer of green waste to the Frankston tip, I can now just fill up the dumpster and have it taken for $30. Fuck the environment. How the hell is JJ Richards offering me a better and cheaper service than the council? Yeah, because people don't know they can do this. Our rates are a joke. My grandmother lives in Glen Iris in the house, and she and her grandfather bought it in the 40s for basically 3 chickens and a goat. Her house is valued at 4.4 times more than what mine is, and her rates are lower. That is fucked. Our rates in Frankston are really high, and it's disproportionate to the property value, and it's a scam, and that's why even I voted for the guy who said you shouldn't vote for me.
There's no rate increase cap.
Yep, no rate increase cap. And you don't really see much for what you pay. Meanwhile, she gets way more services, including regular street sweeping and 2 bookable hard rubbish collections. Anyway, I can't wait to see your Melbourne show. Get yourself a JJ Richards bin and escape the council's trash. I love my JJ Richards dumpster. Sent from Frankston. I hate the Frankston Council. That's
great work.
That's actually illuminated me a lot. There are so many dumpsters around on people's lawns that I always assumed was because people were doing hard rubbish or renovating their house. They're not. I think these people have worked out that JJ Richards dumpsters are cheaper than Frankston Council's rates to pick up the bins.
Good on you, mate.
Good on you, mate. That is good. Maybe I should do that because you notice there's fucking heaps of cardboard all over the front of the house because we don't have room in our bins.
You should have a bonfire.
Yeah. Just start burning plastic like India. That's a good idea. In front of my house, I'm gonna start a bonfire with rubbish where I'm gonna melt plastic, and then I'm gonna poo in the street, and then I'm also gonna sell food out the front of it without washing my hands.
That's good. Or use your left hand to wipe your ass.
Yeah.
Not wash it and then serve people food with that left hand that hasn't been cleaned.
That's good. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, can I really quickly? I was on a flight to...
yes, but only if it's quick.
I was on a flight to Singapore.
And you guys comment below whether Keelan should get docked for what he's about to add to the podcast. I'm sure he won't because I'm sure it'll be great.
I was on a flight to Singapore last month, and I was on a Scoot Airline flight, which sucked. But the guy I was next to had very dirty, yucky, stinky feet.
Yeah.
And smelt very terrible. And halfway through the night, he bent over and pulled out a whole curry and naan bread.
Oh my God.
And then started eating it like a pig. Right
that
next to me.
sucks.
It was feral.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to smell your curry.
Yeah, that sucks. You know, what I've really, really learned recently is that paying more for the trip and the travel is always worth it, because what you're not paying for a more comfortable ride, you're paying more to get away from animals.
So the person who flew me to Thailand had booked me the seat, and then I paid $150 upgrade.
Yeah.
So I could get away from the animals.
Yeah.
But no, I was just next to one anyway. Because there's no respectable human on a Scoot flight.
No. I bet you did something that fucking pissed him off.
I had to just spend the flight like that, like covering my nose.
How long was the flight?
8 hours.
Disgusting.
It smelled like shit.
Yeah,
he was
man.
coughing. I think that was the reason why I actually was covering my nose, because he was coughing nonstop. And I do actually like to wear a mask on a plane. I just forgot it this time. I like to put gum in the mask and then wear a mask so that you can only smell the gum.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I actually did like masking on a plane, because if I get sick, it's when I'm on a plane.
Yeah.
Just breathing everyone else's air is not good.
And my YouTube download stopped working for some reason, so all I had downloaded on my phone was Presidents for Dummies on Audible. It was a free book. So I just for 8 hours
learned a lot about presidents.
Listened to Presidents for Dummies.
That's awesome. Guys, we're going to continue on Patreon. We're doing our book club. If you want to join the book club and read along, now is the perfect time to join it, because we are finishing up a book and we're starting up a new one. And I've got a great pick for us that I'm really, really excited to read with you. It's a nice short book, super easy, and it'll be on Audible as well.
And I have a road rage story I'm going to tell you.
Oh, Keelan's stories that he can't tell publicly, I always look forward to.